Hey guys, Jay from ebodyboarding.com to cover the topic of drop knee riding. Now, drop knee bodyboarding has been around for many years. It was introduced to the sport by Jack Lindholm, a Hawaiian rider, who was really the first guy to make it popular. It's a sort of a half stance, if you will. In fact, in Hawaii, they still call it the jack stance. And drop knee is very difficult to learn at the beginning. So I'm gonna go over a few techniques and tips that will help you learn how to drop knee on a bodyboard. So to mention the types of waves that are good for drop knee riding, I will say first and foremost, you don't want steep, heavy, powerful pounding waves when you're learning how to drop knee. It's just gonna end in frustration. So you wanna find a softer wave, which means a slopier wave, not a steep wave, and a wave that breaks a little bit slower. So initially, for me, the easiest way to learn to drop knee was to start on 2 knees. So pretty simple, you're paddling for a wave, and once you catch the wave, hop up on 2 knees and just get the hang of how that feels. Now when you get up on 2 knees, a really important thing is don't move up too far on the board or you're gonna nosedive. And a good benchmark is you want your ankles to be on the back end of the board. So your fins are actually hanging off the back, and I'll get to more on that later. Another tip for drop knee is fins. You don't want a long swim fin for drop knee because you're going to eventually be lifting your foot up onto the board, and if your fin is too long, it's really clunky. You can drag it in the water and fall. So a shorter blade fin will definitely be a benefit for drop knee. And along those lines, if you have long fins, you don't have the money to invest in a new pair of shorter fins, it's really easy to modify your fins. In fact, I have a video on eBodyboarding's blog page that shows you how to do that. It's very simple. But as far as drop knee with the short fin, the technique is pretty simple. There's 2 ways to hop up in the drop knee stance. But before all that, make sure you wax your board properly for drop knee. So in the case of my board here, I put a lot of wax where I know my knee is gonna go, and I'm regular foot, which means my left foot goes forward, my right knee goes back. If you're goofy foot, it's the opposite. You wanna put some wax where your knee is gonna go and more wax where your front foot is gonna go. So sort of offset like that. So the technique is sounds simple, it's a little harder in practice. And the 2 methods of getting up, once you catch the wave, you put your hands down, you can get up to your knees first, again, ankle on the back end of the board, and then lift your foot up and get nice and low until you're stable. And to gain speed, you lean forward. To gain control, you lean back. And you always want to be slightly leaning into the wave face. So if I'm going right, that's called front side for me. If I'm going left, that's back side. The wave is to my back side. So a little different technique. You got to keep shifting your weight to find the right balance on the board. The other way to get up is to just pop up in one move. This is a little harder because you literally have to hit the target on the first go. So you're popping up like that and you're in your stance. Your front foot will be on the left side of the board if you're a regular footer. Your knee will be on the right side of the board. I already mentioned the wax on the board in those positions. If you're goofy foot, it's the opposite, obviously. And you just have to keep practicing at it. The hardest thing is to hold your edge when you're riding in the drop knee stance. And that's why your knee position and your foot position on opposing ends of the board are really important to maintain that balance and control for drop knee. And that's some tips and tricks that'll help you in your drop knee riding, and I wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you out there throwing some fans.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. You can subscribe to our channel here. Watch more instructional clips right here. And if you want to subscribe to our mailing list, then please check it out in the link below.